Hey. Tin. Sorry. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
So, that sounded great, by the way.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
thanks. And it's my pleasure to introduce you to every single classroom in this music school. Talk to me about the new album. You've been doing this for a number of years. I mean, do you still get, I don't know, I don't want to say butterflies or anything, but do you just put another album into the world. Do you, any nerves, anything going on?
Not nerves. No, I hope it goes well. I put a lot of time and energy into the making of a record each time. It takes me a few years usually. But I'm particularly excited this time around to play these songs and get the new band on the road. I think we're sounding good. So yeah, no butterflies, maybe some moths.
There's a sense of relief though, right? I would assume now that you kind of put it out into the world and you can kind of.
Yeah, well, truth be told, I was in the studio phase of this album a little too long. So I was starting to feel like it would be fun to do that, the whole other world of what I do, which is literally the polar opposite of when I'm making a record. I make my records by myself in my house. It's quite a solitary situation, and when I go out and present my album, everything is different. I'm around people all the time. I'm talking about my stuff. I'm talking about my music and myself, which I don't do a lot. So it's interesting. I guess, maybe there would be nerves with that whole aspect of presenting yourself after not being very sociable for a long time.
It's not like you were a hermit, though. You got out of the house occasionally, right?
Not a hermit, but not every day do people sit around chatting about themselves. It's a bit of an odd scenario.
Yeah, and here I am about to ask you about the songwriting process and asking you more questions about yourself.
That's fine. No, I'm just saying that's fine.
We could talk about your hat. Your hat's pretty badass, man. Like, seriously? Like, it almost makes it okay for it to be winter for me. So, no, but talk to me. You played two really lovely songs in two lovely classrooms, and I just want to know a little bit about, what's your process? Two different songs, one from a while back, one kind of new. So,
my process is very simple. If I'm in a particular mood, or if I have a block of time, I have a young child at home. So time is, I make use of my time now. I'll sit at one of my favorite instruments. I have a 1920s Heinzman upright piano that writes songs for me. And I have a Gibson J50 from 1966 that also writes songs for me. So I pick one of those up and I just start humming along to chords. That's as simple
awesome.
as it gets.
Yeah. And then the words just follow then.
Yeah, the words either happen at the same time, ideally, or I'll sing just phrases or melodies of nonsense along to what I've done on the instrument, and stories will follow.
I mean, it sounds a little bit like a cliche. You told me that, what's it called? You have a young kid at home, right? Mm-hmm. So you're about to go out on the road fairly regularly. I'm assuming your child's staying home? Or
yeah, she's
okay, so she's staying home. So, I mean, how hard is that? That's what I mean. It's like a cliche. No, someone's going to actually say, no, actually, I'm glad to go out on the road because I can't stand my kid. I'm still waiting for someone to say that. So if you want to,
no, I won't
jump
be that
right
person, but
she's terrible.
It's a bit of a dad rock joke these days, but I mean, in some ways, touring is easier.
Mm-hmm.
You can sleep in. You can do things on your own schedule in some ways. So, a little bit of it is is easier, and it's like before, you know, the feeling of before you had a kid. But the whole bigger side of it is, yeah, it's difficult to leave your family for long periods of time, and I'm just starting to sort through that, see how that'll go. And so.
Do you think, like, subconsciously, since you've had a kid, like, the songwriting's changed? Because I know with me, I noticed that my line of questioning sometimes veers into parenthood because I'm a new parent. Just curious if it's on some level.
Well, just having a child has informed everything I do, and everything is different. And so, of course, you know, every song is influenced by that, every note. But yeah, I mean, I can't deny that. It's just for sure a huge element.
So how long are you actually going to be out on the road for the album? Do you know yet, or? I know you're playing South by Southwest, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm booked for the next few months, but I always, you know, I tend to like to see how things are going. If things are positive, if people want to hear me play, if there's an interest, that will extend how long I do it for. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like staying out there when I'm not wanted.
Right.
I also don't like wasting time anymore. You know, when I was 20, doing a tour of the U.S. and having no one show up was okay because I was having fun. It was a novelty. I'd rather not do that.
Right.
If you know, if I can be at home. So. And there's another element to how things work with me, where after a while I really start to feel like I want to be creative, and in the past being on the road isn't the most creative thing. In many ways you're regurgitating what you've already done. So however, this time around I do feel that the band and I are rediscovering songs. Even on the new record we're playing very different arrangements, so I do feel that the creativity is spilling through to the live scenario, which is extremely exciting for me.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing some of your older stuff. You just played a song that was just you, right? Or no?
What do you mean, just me?
Like, just I feel like it was a different version of, I forget what the name is, of the second song you played.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was from years ago, and I've actually never been able to play it with harmony singers in that way. So that's very exciting, and there's, you know, because I've been making records since 1994, there's a lot to choose from. You know, even if I just picked my favorite song from every album I've done, that's almost a set list now. So that's a nice feeling, you know, being able to handpick certain moments of my life and present those in a new and exciting way. I think that's a huge contributor to how I'm feeling right now.
Cool. Good luck, man.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.